G'day guys, Jeff here. Now this was an awesome match of 6 Huppeteers versus 5 or 6 Huppeteers, and I wasn't completely on my game here, so you're going to see some very bad mistakes by me. I generally find that I make these sort of silly mistakes when I'm used to playing weak teams, like for instance going near a truck that it's going to explode against a good team. That was an obvious mistake. And I find that when I'm running with subscribers or people from Hupit, that you take the gameplay for granted. You take the game types for granted. So when you actually become across a coordinated team, then you end up having an issue with it ends up not being about gun skills. If your gun skills are matched, it ends up being about map-based teamwork, map-based strategy, game type strategy, and I think that is where Hupit currently fails because we don't have enough, team scrims and tactics for you might not always be with the same people from Hupit. Therefore, you have to continually go through the evolution of tactics and working together and knowing that you play a specific role and playing that role. For instance, we could still play capture the flag, and then halfway through the match, you realise that we have no midfielders because the person who says they're going to play midfield have changed their mind and haven't told anyone about it. So, that sort of thing happens when you take, I guess, the people you're playing against for granted. So again, this was a team of Huppeteers. I think they may have had one random come in. I was only on a 3 bar connection. 2 or 3 people on my team were on 3 bar, some were on 2 bar. But that wasn't the limiting factor in this. The fact that we had some coordination issues, I was definitely not on my game. The other team was playing very, very strong in gun skills and teamwork and whatnot. However, the team I was running with, well, you'll see what happens at the end. It's unfortunate, but only one Huppet team can win, I assume. So I'm going to run you through some of the mistakes I made. You've probably seen a few already. I baby buffaloed myself a couple of times. I didn't have a good, strong class set up for what I would do if I was playing against a very strong team, and that's just. That just comes with the nature of prestiging. Even though I'm a level 35, I was working on specific things. Didn't even have a class ready for what I wanted to do here. At the time as well, I was uploading something to YouTube, so I decided to even cancel that upload around about now because it felt like I've already died like 20 times. So we'll see if I can pick my game up and move on from there. So I'm going to give you a game-by-game explanation of the mistakes I made rather than, and maybe a few of the what I did good things as well. It's unfortunate that I didn't have, the theater mode doesn't have audio recording, so it'd be awesome if it did. So here, just being previously hurt, I shouldn't have actually popped around the corner until I gave myself another maybe 3 seconds of health. That would have just it would have made things a little bit more one-on-one versus being a limiting factor. That's a perfect head glitch for Alpha. There's nothing you can do there. I thought seeing my teammate there, I didn't expect to get shot from that area. I'm generally always shooting down air support, so counter spy planes really piss me off. I'll get rid of those straight away. When you're playing against a very strong team, I actually recommend that someone goes hardline, someone goes flak, maybe 2 people go flak, and then the rest go ghost, because it's those ghost guys who need to be the flanking from the side and the Bravo defenders, staying off the spy plane, staying off various things. Even running Hacker Hack Pro would be fantastic if you had it, because a lot of good teams have been putting down motion sensors on a number of maps. Because it ends up being very easy to find out where people are. Pre-fired that corner because I saw the shadow, didn't see the mini-map to see it was my teammate. But the whole goal of what I'm trying to do here is have our team rally, and if you could hear the microphones, you could hear all of the call-outs. And I might do a call-out video at some point, but this was a very, very hectic game. It was just a bunch of fun. So I should have just started pre-firing there without aim down sights. I have no idea what I was trying to do there. I think I even put a little jump in, but I should have just started pre-firing. AUG has got such a high rate of fire that in situations like that, I usually end up out on top. Now that might have been just a case of having 3 bars, but they were operating in pairs, and when you're operating in pairs, in Domination, it can become very easy to overwhelm anyone who tries to lone wolf kill both of you. So we're in a situation here where we're losing. I consider being down by 20 points at the halfway mark to actually be bad. We're down by more than that, and I consider it bad when they're basically capping 2 flags. I was hoping to get back to Alpha because we want to chase a situation. They're aggressively pushing Bravo, but we want to get to a situation where, if you look at the minimap, our team was completely stacked on the office building block, which is very easy to cover Charlie and Bravo. So I actually wanted to come around Alpha and be the annoying person. I spoke about it in previous videos, but the annoyer, not so much as a slayer role, but the annoyer role is someone who, pips their flag, especially when you know there can't be a major spawn shift because of the way your players are stacked on the minimap, and then to also, basically get them off their game. For instance, if an enemy team is holding Bravo very strong, the teams that I run with will try to do the Alpha Charlie cap for as long as possible, keeping 2 or 3 people at Alpha, 2 or 3 people at Charlie, and anyone who's left over we will keep at, so I should have gone prone there for the reload, by the way. And anyone who is going, anyone who's not at Alpha or Charlie, they just run around Bravo and report when they're leaving Bravo or they've killed people off Bravo, because then you know you're going to get usually a non-Bravo spawn, and then you can take Bravo and keep the most favorable Alpha or Charlie flag. He is quite good for covering Bravo if you can pop in and out of cover. However, it's also very easy to get shot from. There's not too much cover. But our goal here, being triple capped, is try to catch up on some of the points. We're still down by 20 at the time. Being flashed here, this is something I actually do well. I was flashed, but then I know situationally where the map is, so I could run backwards and then duck into cover, and that's exactly what I did. As soon as I was flashed, I run back, duck in. Some of the other things I do when I'm hard flashed like that, I call that a hard flash, meaning you can't see anything, is I go prone, I take time to reload. I'll go prone, throw a stun, or throw another flash back in that general direction. I'll usually throw 2, maybe throw a semtex, and then reload and reverse back. If I have a feeling that they're going to come around the corner, I will fire 3 or 4 bullets every half second until my clip's completely empty, especially if 2 flashes have been thrown at me, so I've got a very long flash time. In other cases, I'll just stay perfectly still and not do anything. Here's a little treat for you guys. We all know the double Y used to work in Modern Warfare 2, so what you could also do is hold your tactical grenade button down while you're being flashed and proned, and it actually keeps you very, very still on the ground. So if you're running Ghost Pro and you do that, you usually get away with it. So Ghost Pro, hold the tactical grenade, go prone, go prone and then hold the tac grenade, and I had no idea how he knew I was there. I was running Ghost. So yeah, go prone and hold the tac grenade. It looks like you're dead, and they won't get crosshairs on you. They will trip up on you, however, so if you do that in the middle of a walkway, you probably will die. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just can't get over that wall. Just needs to be perfectly timed. So what I'm trying to do here is hold them up from running around Charlie. The reason I put it there is just based on teamwork communication, if I recall correctly. Our team was saying that they have been running around the office block and coming back around. So we're getting to a point where these napalms are becoming very important for our team, and may or may not be the deciding factor. Now, though, the triple and double caps that we've been doing recently, theater mode is very terrible in hit detection. I mean, I remember that I was directly on his body for that, and in theater mode it looked terrible. So we double capped for quite a while. We have triple capped them every once in a while just to catch up in points. So it's very critical that our team stays between Alpha and Bravo. Now, I'm disappointed that parts of our team have been pushing around to Charlie quite hard. Now, I don't mind if one person does it, as long as they're not going to flip the spawn and they can play that annoying role. But when multiple people do it, that's when you actually have a spawn flip situation. So that was a nice little prone shot there, and I shouldn't have reloaded. I should have run to cover, cleared it, and then reloaded while I still had that much ammunition left. So that was a major mistake on my behalf. But luckily we kept Bravo. So right now I want to see our team, only one person playing the annoying role, the rest of us between Bravo and Alpha, and we could generally defend a flag really well. And I think the end of this match is decided by the fact that one team had more defends than the other. So, yeah, I was off my game a little bit, but putting it together, gun versus gun skills, the team was matched. Basic strategy, even intermediate strategy, the team was definitely matched. And I think the biggest difference was the fact that one team, as I said, had more defense, and they ended up being the winner. So it looks like we're going to win this even with one flag now. Yeah, that's correct. Looking at your score. I'm just dumping that napalm straight down the guts of Bravo. I don't care if they take another flag. We just need to keep one. I do make my way around Alpha though, and you'll see here that I let my teammate run forward. Two of you don't want to go together to provide the double kill. I flash for him, move out of cover so I'm not flashed, and then I can run through. And I'm going to cap the flag, and you can see some funky Nova Gas end of the game stuff. So for those naysayers, that was done on 3 bars. It wasn't a beast gameplay. I was going between 3 and 2, if I recall correctly, from bringing it up in the match. But we ended up winning, and I went 33 and 22. But again, the deciding factor was the defends. Have a look at the two. I was 9 defends, and if you add up our teams versus theirs, big difference. Anyway, guys, it was an excellent match. It was very, very fun. We played 3 matches against that team, and my team won all 3 of them. They were quite good. I did much better score-wise than the other ones, but I don't want to bring that game to you guys. I think this was the important one. It was fairly close. You can see a lot of the mistakes that I made, and hopefully as you're watching it, hopefully you were like, that's a mistake, that's a mistake, that's a mistake, because that's how you learn and that's how you improve. And don't take for granted those random teams that you come across sometimes, because they could just be a group of puppeteers. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.